Welcome to this yin yoga sequence focused on the heart. And I'd also like to welcome Marcel, my students today. So welcome. We're going to need 2 of these little round cushions for this practice, a couple of blankets, and that should be fine for this yin sequence. So we're going to start seated, finding a comfortable seat, just maybe moving the sit bones back, allowing the feet, the legs to be nice and stable. We're going to take a mudra, a hand gesture, hridaya mudra, which is when you take your index finger and the tip of the index finger goes into the base of the thumb with both hands. The middle and ring fingers, the tips touch the tips of the thumbs, and the little fingers are extended out. And this is a heart gesture mudra. So we're releasing the backs of the hands to rest onto the legs. Allow the shoulders to soften. Feel that you can lengthen up through the spine, the crown of the head, lifting towards the sky. And still keeping that sense of stability through the base, through the legs. And the eyes can be either closed or softly open. So from here, just bringing your awareness to rest down at your heart space. And just feeling that you can start to connect with that heart energy, that energy associated with love, associated with compassion, associated with joy. As we think of that heart space, we can connect to that heart chakra, that heart energy center. You could even visualize a beautiful, vibrant green glow of energy into that heart space. And using the breath as well to connect to that space. So as you inhale through the nostrils, feeling that heart center become more radiant, more vibrant, and drawing that beautiful heart energy in. And use the exhalation out through the nostrils to allow that heart energy to move out to the world around you. And as we connect with that heart energy, maybe feeling that you can just think of something that you're grateful for. And allowing that sense of thankfulness, of gratitude to rest down in the heart space. And as you finish your next exhalation, I'm going to release the mudra, the hands. We're going to inhale, reach the hands out and up above the head. Bring the palms together in another mudra, Anjali, your offering. And exhale, bring the hands down to rest towards the heart space. Again, connecting to the heart as you inhale, lifting the heart space. And as you exhale, bow your head down, honoring your heart. And then just releasing the hands back to rest onto the legs, lifting the head and slowly opening the eyes. So we're going to start with butterfly pose. So just coming off the support, just move the support out to the sides, just give the legs a little bit of a stretch out and a shake. And then from here, just feeling that you can take hold of the legs behind the thighs and bring the feet to the ground, bring the legs together and have the knees bent. So the feet are a couple of your foot lengths away from your sit bones. So that's good. And then from here, we're going to roll the knees out to the sides. Just allow the soles of the feet to just face towards each other, but the feet don't need to be really strongly activated, just relaxed for this yin sequence. So from here, we're just going to move the sit bones back again, just reaching the hands back to move the sit bones back. And deciding from here, if you feel that you need to sit up on a blanket, you could sit up on a blanket folded. I think you're okay there. And you could also have your bolsters underneath your legs if you wish for support. You could have one on each side. Lovely. And from here, with the legs, relax through the muscles for this yin sequence. I'm going to bring the hands to the legs. Just take a moment just to lift the heart space, roll the shoulders back, big breath in. And as you exhale, just start to come forwards, bringing the hands forwards of the body. And just checking here if you feel that you need to stay more upright with the spine. If there's tenderness in the lower back, then just stay more upright. But if it feels okay, you can slowly start to roll down. You can allow the head to be heavy. You could always support the head, the face with the bolster if you wish. Feeling that you can just allow the body to really soften and sink into this position. The head becomes really heavy, opening up that whole space along the spinal column. And really opening into this back heart space. So feel that you can really take some beautiful big breaths into the back of the heart space. Again, you could think of that breath drawing in that beautiful heart energy for yourself, compassion for yourself. Feeling as you exhale, you can exhale compassion for others. We'll be holding these poses for approximately 3 minutes each, just to really allow the yin tissues, the connective tissue in the body, the connective tissue being fascia, ligaments, just to allow these more yin-like tissues to really start to change. A little bit of stress on these tissues, which really allows these tissues to become stronger. If it starts to become a little heavy on the neck, you could have just a gentle shake of the head, like you're saying no or yes. And feeling that you can really connect with the breath, finding that steadiness in the mind by connecting to the breath. I'm going to take about 3 more breaths here, so take some big breaths into my hands, into the back of the body. Last full breath. And then a little bit of engagement with the belly muscles as you start to lift up. Start to walk the hands back. Allow the head to stay heavy, rolling up through the spine. And feeling that you can take a moment in this upright position, just resting the hands, noticing the effect of the pose on the physical body. Noticing the effect on the mind. Forward bends are usually more calming, more soothing. If it feels good here, maybe a little roll of the shoulders. And then we'll just gently guide the legs out. So use the hands, taking them to the outside edges of the legs. We're going to press the legs together just to help the legs come out of that butterfly shape. And maybe it's nice to stretch the legs out, leaning back, just giving the legs a little bit of a shake. So feeling in that butterfly pose that we really opened up the back of the body, plus also a nice opening into the hip space as well. So from here we're going to move into a pose called Bananasana. So we're going to come to lie down onto the back of the body and just slide the feet forwards, and bring the legs and the feet together. And so from here, Bananasana is a lateral side bend for the body. I'm going to take the arms up above the head. And you can hold on to the hands, you can hold on to the wrists, you can hold on to the forearms. And then from here, we're going to start to move into the side bend. So you're going to slide the feet and the legs as much as you can to the right, keeping the legs straight. And we're going to slide the legs to the right, keeping the legs straight. I'm going to keep the hips nice and level. And then I'm going to take the side bend into the upper body, so the arms, the shoulders, the head, the rib cage is all going to slide to the right, keeping the nose up towards the ceiling. Moving that upper body space into this side bend, this lateral bend. So from here we have this beautiful opening into the left side of the body, a little bit of compression on the right side, but again stimulating this whole heart space. And stimulation into the shoulders, even feeling this down into the outer hip, down the outer thigh, really anywhere between the ankles and the wrists. And again, feel that you can continue to really connect to the breath really using that as an anchor to keep the mind nice and steady. If this does start to become too intense around the shoulders, you can always rest the arms down alongside the body, even have the hands on the belly if that feels better. Again, we can think about that beautiful heart quality of joy. Maybe as you inhale, breathing joy in, and as you exhale, breathing out joy for others. Again, we're going to take 3 breaths here. So direct the breaths to the left side of the rib cage. So really expanding the lungs more to the left, feeling that beautiful opening, physical opening, creating more space around the rib cage. And with that space, we have a lot more freedom, getting the energy also flowing. So trying to remove the blockages, the stagnation of the energy. Again, connecting to that heart energy. And then from here, we're going to slowly release from the pose. So feeling that you can start to bring the feet and legs back into the midline of the mat. And feeling that you can slowly start to release the upper body, bringing the body into the midline and releasing the arms. So again, just taking some moments here just to feel the effects. Feeling the physical body. Sometimes when we release from these poses, we really feel even more sensations. And sometimes when we rest in stillness, we can feel that really subtle vibration of energy. Now we're going to take Bananasana to the other side. So again, bringing the hands up above the head. Feeling that you can, whether it's holding on to the wrists, the forearms, checking the shoulders can soften in this space. And then we're going to slowly bring the feet and the legs, keeping the legs straight, bringing the legs and the feet over towards the left side. So we're keeping the hips nice and level, so we really get the side bend as opposed to a twist. Once the legs are in position, we can start to slowly bring the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the rib cage, the head over to the left. Finding a place where you can really soften the muscles. Of course, we want to keep the muscles really nice and soft and disengage the muscles for our yin yoga practice. And if you need a blanket under your arms or your shoulders, you can always slide a blanket underneath the arms and the shoulders just to relax the muscles. And if we keep the nose up to the ceiling, we have this lovely lateral opening, left ear towards the left shoulder. That's a nice side opening, getting some space along the side of the neck. Again, we're compressing through the left side of the body. And this beautiful opening on the right side. And so we're stimulating not only the physical body, but also stimulating the organ body or the physiological body. And of course, like I said, really helping the energy to flow. So rather than the energy being very stagnant and stuck, when we're more still, taking these movements, coming into these asana, these poses, really helps to allow the energy to move more freely. Again, we can allow our mind just to rest down in that heart space. And again, thinking of that association of love, love being connected to the heart energy center. And maybe feeling as you breathe in, you can breathe in love for yourself. And as you breathe out, you can breathe out love for others. Again, if this does start to become too intense for the shoulders, the arms, if there's any tingling in the fingers, then do feel that you can just release the arms down. We don't want to feel the tingling in the fingers. It's usually a compression on the nerves, which isn't such a good thing. So if you feel anything like that, then just releasing the arms down. Normally hands lower than the shoulders will release those sensations. And again, probably 3 more breaths, breathing a little more into this right side, just stimulating that right side of the body. And again, you can continue with the inhalation of love and exhaling as well. And feeling that you can slowly release from this pose. So bringing the legs again back into the midline, just slowly moving with awareness. And feeling that you can release the arms, coming back into the midline with the upper body, releasing the arms alongside the body, and again just observing. You can rest with the body still, legs out straight. If you feel that you want to release the lower back space, and you could also bend the knees and have the feet on the ground. And then from here, we're just going to bend the knees, bring the feet onto the ground, just slowly moving one leg at a time. Take a moment just to pause. And then maybe it's nice to either rock the knees a little from side to side, maybe take the feet wider, and just gently rock the knees from side to side a few times, just releasing into that lower back space. It can be quite a strong pull on the lower back in Bananasana. in that previous pose, so it can be nice just to find a bit of softness. And if you want to, you can take the knees into the chest, even hug the knees in. Again, moving just really mindfully, even rocking from side to side. From here we're going to roll to the right side of the body, just taking a moment to roll all the way over to the right side of the mat, right side of the body. You can take the arms, even have the hands underneath the face. Again, just moving really slowly. And then pressing the hands down into the mat, into the floor, and lifting the body up. Just coming upright. So we're going to come into a pose called supported fish. So we've taken a flexion of the spine, a rounding of the spine in our butterfly pose. We've taken that lateral side bend in Bandhanasana. Now we're going to open the heart space. So we're going to bring the body a little bit more forwards, and you can have the feet on the ground and the knees bent. And we're going to use a bolster under the upper back space. So we really want the bolster to be into this upper back space as opposed to lower down. We want to feel that we can really open through the heart, the chest, the shoulders. So the bolster is going to be pretty much in that upper back space so the shoulders can release down. And you may need either another bolster for under the head, or we can use a blanket as well, just so that the neck can relax. So I'm going to place the bolster down and just bring the hands back so that you can rest onto the hands. Yeah, keep the feet on the ground with the knees bent, and just slowly start to lower down onto the elbows and feel that you can start to rest. And place this bolster under your head so you can relax the neck. We want to feel that the shoulders release down. So how does that feel? Is it comfortable? Yep. So we have this lovely opening in the heart space, lovely opening across the shoulders. And from here you can either keep the feet on the ground, the knees bent. You can also stretch the legs out, straightening out the legs. It's going to bring a little bit more intensity to the lower back. So just feel if that's okay. You can also, if it's too strong on the lower back, you can also just lift the hips and slide a blanket underneath the sit bones. Is that okay? And then from here, supported fish pose, this beautiful opening through the front body space. The arms can move out to the side, maybe roll the palms of the hands up. And again, in this yin pose, we want to feel that we can really relax the muscular body. When the muscles are relaxed, we can access more of those yin tissues, more of the connective tissue in the body, into the joints of the body as well. And again, just connecting to that space in the center of the chest, that heart energy center, Anahata chakra. Anahata means unstruck or unhurt. If visualization works, you can visualize, like I said, that beautiful green glow radiating out from the heart space. As you connect to the breath, feeling the breath again, really allow that space to soften, to open. Maybe again connecting to one of those other associations of the heart energy center, forgiveness. Again, you can feel that you can breathe in forgiveness for yourself and breathe out forgiveness for others. Again, if this gets too strong for the lower back space, you could always bend the knees and have the feet on the ground again, which will release the lower back. Otherwise, just staying as you are. And we'll take 3 more breaths here. Breathing in forgiveness. Breathing out forgiveness. When you finish the exhalation, just feel that you can slowly bend the knees, bringing the feet to the ground. And again, just take a moment to pause. And then from here, the softest way to release is to roll over to the right side, but you can also press the hands down, chin towards the chest and lift up, just whatever makes most sense. But use the belly muscles if you're going to lift up, press down with the hands. I'm going to remove the bolsters, and you can pretty much come to just rest down onto the back again. Keep the knees bent and just feel if it's nice to have the feet a bit wider apart, maybe roll the knees a few times from side to side, or just even be still. Again, just experiencing the effect of the pose, that supported fish pose, on the body, on the mind. And from here we're going to move into a twist. So maybe just take your right knee into your chest. Just squeeze the right knee in for a moment. Both hands just gently drawing that knee in. Even stretching the left leg out for a moment for a breath or two. And then placing the right foot on the ground. I'm going to change legs, just bend the left knee. Bring the left knee into the chest. Again, just a little bit of a squeeze in, maybe stretching that right leg out. And then placing the left foot on the ground, keep the knee bent. Bend the right knee and place the right foot on the ground, and you're going to roll all the way over to the right side of the body. So you're going to have your knees pretty much in line with your hips. So the knees come up in line with the hips, and the legs can be there. And your hands are going to be outstretched in front of the body with the palms pretty much on top of each other. So we're going to come into a twist from this starting position. So with your inhalation, you're going to lift your left hand up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, roll your left hand all the way to the left side of the mat. So coming into the twist, allowing the arm to come down. And feeling that you can start to rest the shoulder So if this feels too intense, we can bring a cushion or a blanket between the knees or under the knees, but I think it feels okay. I'm going to rotate the rib cage more to the left so that you can soften that left shoulder down. If the left shoulder pops up, then you can have either support under the knees or even a blanket underneath of the shoulder. And for the twist, we can really lift up the head and turn the nose, the face to the left side. And it can be nice as well just to bring a little bit of support into the lower back space. So feeling this lovely rotation through the spine, really from the base of the spine all the way up to the neck. Arms and the hands are wherever it feels comfortable. Again, just avoid any tingling in the fingers. If there's tingling, bring the hands lower down. And once you've found your position, your shape, then really softening into that. Again, connecting to that really vibrant heart energy of Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. So again, we'll take about 3 breaths here, feeling the beautiful opening, feeling the breath move from the heart space all the way out to the fingertips as you inhale. Exhale, bringing even more softness around the shoulders, the arms, the torso. And then we're going to start to release from the twist, so bringing the face to look up to the ceiling again, so rolling the eyes up to the ceiling. I'm going to remove the cushion from the lower back. And from here you can either take your left hand back to the right hand, or you can roll onto the back of the body. Spending a few moments just releasing. And then when you're ready, you can come to rest on the side with the knees bent, knees pretty much in line with the hips. Rolling onto the left side of the body. And so with the knees in line with the hips, so just bringing them up a little higher. A little bit higher. Lovely. And then when you're ready, just lifting that right hand up, reaching the arm, the hand up to the ceiling with the breath in. As you exhale, release the hand down to the right. So again, here it can be nice just to bring a little bit of support into the lower back space. So if you gently roll forwards, And we can bring that support into the lower back. So if it feels too strong on the lower back, you can change the position of the legs, higher or lower. This lovely rotation to the right, the rib cage, and the face as well can look towards the right. And softening down through the shoulders. And as you connect to that heart center, connecting to another quality of that heart energy center, kindness. Again, feel that you can inhale kindness for yourself. Feel that you can exhale kindness for others. And again, let's take about 3 more breaths. And then I'm going to remove the cushion from behind the back and just rolling onto the back of the body. You can press the hands down. I feel that you can roll back, maybe coming down the mat a little bit more as well. And I'm going to come to lie down for Shavasana, our last final pose. So resting down onto the back of the body. And maybe I'm going to place some bolsters under your knees just so you can soften the legs, and soften the spine. So just placing those under the legs for a supported Shavasana. The hands can rest out to the sides of the body. And taking a moment just to settle, allowing the head to be heavy. The shoulders to be soft, feeling the length in the spine, feeling the heaviness through the hips, the legs and the feet, and feeling the softness again of the muscles and the skin. And again, just taking the mind down into that heart space, connecting with that pure love. Taking one last conscious breath here. then just finding that stillness of Shavasana. From here, just starting to deepen your breath. Maybe even connecting to that ever-present, subtle pulsation of the heart. Feeling that you can gently start to move the hands, fingers and thumbs, and toes and feet. And take a really nice big stretch, reach the arms up above the head, maybe point the feet, or flex the feet. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down, the arms alongside the body, just bending up the knees, bring the feet to the ground. I'm going to remove these bolsters. And just rolling to the right side of the body. Take a breath or two there. And press the hands into the mat and lifting all the way up, just coming to find a seated position again. You're sitting up onto a cushion. Again, just allowing the legs to settle. Just allow the spine to be really nice and long. Crown of the head reaching up to the ceiling as the sit bones descend down into the mat. Maybe taking that mudra, Hridaya mudra again, the index finger, so the first fingers into the base of the thumb, and the middle and the ring fingers touching the thumb tips, and the little fingers extended out, palms up, resting the hands on the legs. Just taking a few moments here. Again, you can have the eyes softly open or closed, and just allowing your mind to again release down into that heart space. And again, thinking of something that you're really truly grateful for. And then from here, just releasing the mudra, releasing the hands. And as you inhale, we're going to reach the hands out and up. Bring the palms to touch up above the head. Jali mudra, and then exhale that offering down to your heart. Taking a moment to inhale and lift your heart. And exhale, bowing your head down to your heart, honoring the heart. And releasing the hands back to the legs. I'm going to slowly lift the head and blink the eyes open. And namaste. Thank you.